But for the first time here tonight, we're actually going to be bringing to you guys Saints Gaming Varsity Valorant.
Oh, Claudio, perfect shot onto Casper coming up mid. And now it's just reliable.
VCan got two! Can he clutch this?
Claudio gonna creep up around this corner here. Who's gonna win this?
Oh my goodness, he
takes
does!
it! That is gonna make it 12-8 match point. One player left. 1v1. 7 seconds left. 6, 5. Is he able to get the spike down? He gets the plant off. Just Viper left, and Blossom able to pick up the kill and keep St. Clair in the tournament. You can overkill a little bit. Casper and A main gonna take out Reliable. Gonna take out Jungkook.
NECC peeking heaven. Gonna try to defuse this bomb, maybe.
It's already half, and VCan is very low health, but Casper with the ult there, gonna be able to tag him both times. 5-1 for St. Clair on the attack with that star. VCan holding the dangle. Spectre, that's 1, 2, 3.
Oh my goodness! That was crazy. VCan got
Play coming out from VCan. He's going to find the first, the second, off the flash too. That's amazing teamwork. Coming out of the Saints, the cracking blow just to put the cherry on top. Go for the ace. It's right around the corner. Miso, no! He's going to get the shorty. Charge over to the ace site. Blossom's actually going to right-click to two of them. Turtle's going to go down. No, JRC with the stinger. He's going to take another one out of the play. The right-click's fantastic for St. Clair, and this is sometimes. This is just what you got to put up with.
And we take this JRC. Oh, Farrell with a big pistol shot onto JRC. It's going to be 1v2. Can Lupo pull this one out? Gets one. He's going to try and find the 7. Killjoy ult not going to be activated, though. That's going to be, oh, he's going to get a Lupo with a massive headshot onto Farrell. Gets another round for St. Clair, and Lupo. No sense at all. Look at this flick. Like, you're telling, like, in what world does he actually nail? That is ridiculous. That's the kind of St. Clair we like to see. So will be just the classic. JRC is going to have to push on site here sometime soon. We'll find one. We'll look for the other. No. Arthur going to strive here at the moment. Going to get chip damage, but not going to take him down, though. Is going to pull on the classic. Going to get the right click, and JRC clutching up in the 1v2. That's some beautiful play.
Does not want to deal with the 3 of them, which fair enough in that regard. Agren trying to defend Jade, but Casper with the headshot right away. Casper with another. JRC finds a snipe as well, and Casper goes nuts with the triple to finish off the throw on top of an ulted Reyna, as well as if you don't have enough advantage. Actually, Puffball goes down. Lupo does get that one, ulted himself as well. And wow, finds the second one as well. Coffee, but Agren on the opposite side is going off. This is going to be a Reyna showdown at this rate. Never mind. JRC going to just shut that one.
It's also going to allow the Reyna to overheal. Good, thank goodness for Casper to find one, and another, and a third for JRC and Casper out of this like little corner. And they don't even know Casper's here yet. The trigger discipline's so big.
Patience is key. Look at the trigger. Trigger discipline.
There's one. There's two. Pick it up, please. Please. I want it for you, Casper. No, he's going to get shot down from the Marshall, but great place. JRC's ult coming through already. Can he find one? Yes, he does. That's exactly why they get the entry frag. Yes, Jet will answer back with one of his own. Jet answers actually Jack with 2, but JRC, big share of pick to the head. Wombat gets one with the dart onto the Jet. Now in the 2-on-2. St. Clair, they know that they know where JRC is. Claude has it all lined up and ready to go. The peek there from JRC, but he wins it. Now 2-on-1 for the Saints. VCan, JRC swings on the Killjoy, finds the frag. Now a 1v1. JRC has time to work with. All he has to do is shut down this player. He spots it out, shuts it down, and that's a 7-5 half.
Do after that. I don't care how good you are, that's a hard position to try and break into. We'll see if they can wrap up something different. They actually got aggressive, and it just did not work, but of course it is an eco round.
Oh my goodness.
So, solid job nonetheless. The rush strategy coming up from Butler, but not quite going. The shotgun point blank would be absolutely deadly, and they do make it work. 1-for-1. Casper on a 3K. Can he find another? No, deathless shutdown. It's going to be all down the Wombat.
Yeah, and Wombat has to get this player off site. It's going to be a full hold. There's one, but he can't get him in time. He gets him! Wombat going to find the round for the Saints with 0.18 seconds on the defuse. What a play from St. Clair.
There's going to be a trade on site. Going to be Casper. Casper looking for the reload. They know he's in here. He's not going to be able to get out. Trying to find someone on site. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he finds it! Lupo gets them both! He gets a 4K and makes it out with a slice. Yeah, winning 9 out of the last 10 is just such an insane stat. Oh my god, what a dart! What a dart! Wombat!
Oh my gosh!
Shut him down, John! That's going on your plays of the week! And another double!
What is going on?
What am I watching?
Only a health advantage here in favor of St. Clair. Never mind. Is he gonna find Blossom? Casper gonna get one. Looking for a second. Gonna find it. Gonna try and get this heal. Gonna find a third. Mike. He's gonna over the ace here. Let's go.
Get through the full stick on it. And that is going to be the cleanup. Your St. Clair Saints are headed to grand finals for a national championship in the NECC playoffs.
Has this ever happened to you? You tune in to watch Saints Gaming compete at your favorite title, but you end up missing it. Scrolling through Twitter to find results is just such a chore, and it looks like there's no easy way to find out everything you've missed. Luckily, there's a solution. Hi, Millie Bays here, and I'd like to introduce you to St. Clair's Bird's Eye View, the #1 show to keep up with everything about Saints Gaming. Get weekly recaps, see great highlights, hear exclusive interviews with players and staff, and so much more. That's Bird's Eye View, available in podcast or video form at a website near you.
His head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just going to line up here for Lazzy. He's going to find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. It's a kill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Welcome everybody to the St. Clair Saints Valorant NECC finals action. St. Clair making it all the way to the grand final date with Destiny here. John Billbangs Udima joined by Josh Fundy Pafundian. This is going to be a good one. We got a best of 5 series. So we got a lot of game to cover, a lot of time to think about how they're going to play in, and I can't wait for this one. It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be a long series today, but definitely one to stay tuned for. I mean, these are the two top seeds in the NECC right now, meeting in the grand finals. We've already got the maps picked out. We're going to start today. We're starting on Breeze. St. Clair is going to be starting on defense on that one. And then Split, which was actually St. Clair's pick. And then we're going to go Bind, Fracture, and Ascent all the way to the 5th map.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. And the whole season, right, even up to the semifinals, all best of 3s. But the final is a best of 5. So it changes a lot. We were talking with production in the pregame about the fact that, you know, they're taking so much time to make these picks, decide what side they want to start on. Like, it's such big decisions. And I mean, you're in the grand finals for NECC. You're in a national championship game. You want to give yourself as much advantage as you can, but I think the fact that it's 5 maps is going to change how they play around their strategy so drastically, because there's so much variables when you have 5 maps.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with like a map like Fracture on here. This is a brand, like still a fairly brand new map, honestly. Yeah. In a competitive setting, it's like basically like a baby.
Yeah.
And a lot of these teams, I don't think some of these teams are prepared for Fracture, but then we saw the bans come out, and Fracture is definitely going to be played today unless we see a 3-0 sweep.
Yeah, and we're talking too about the fact that we hadn't seen University of Ottawa Garnet play Breeze at all during the season, but they actually picked it for their first map. So, I mean, it could mean a lot of things. I think, obviously, the fact that uOttawa Garnet was so dominant during the regular season and through the playoffs that they can take other teams and just kind of skill check them to see how they do. But, I mean, for me, St. Clair has looked a million times better than they did during the regular season in this playoff run. They've 2-0 swept both quarterfinals and semifinals, so they haven't dropped a single map yet on their road to this finals bout. And, I mean, if you're able to sweep your semifinal and your quarterfinal opponent, I definitely think you have a lot of confidence going into this finals. And yes, Garnet is obviously going to be very good, but St. Clair can definitely stand up to them here in this match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've seen players like Casper, we've seen players like Wombat, like they're all stepping up, they're all on their champs. We've seen newcomer Lupo come in, like he's as we saw with the the road to finals clip there. Good job on that, John, by the way. Of course, like I mean, Saints have had some crazy plays. There were some real nail biters that have been keeping them in tournaments. It's just very, very exciting to be going into this grand finals today.
Yeah, so we're just waiting a little bit here for some production to get ready on the uOttawa side. And while we wait, I want to talk about the season as a whole. So obviously we did have JRC coming in, and then at the end of the regular season, we'd end up having Lupo coming in a couple of times, subbing in for a couple different people who couldn't make it. Ends up taking that spot, and he's just looked so good, even in those games that he subbed in for. There was that one game on Haven, sorry, where he was not even in for the first 6 rounds on Reyna, and then ended up top fragging the lobby. So I mean, when you can have a sub come in and be that impactful, it makes your team so much stronger. And now he's on the main roster. It's so scary that to play against him.
Yeah, and especially now with him being on the starting lineup, I think it also shows how much effort Saints is really putting in the scrims, in the practicing. They're getting prepared. They're getting their team chemistry right. And the fact that they had such a good base already that they can slot in that sub and like make him a starter essentially.
Yeah, and he's looked excellent throughout these playoff games. He's looked so good at a lot of clutch moments, and really has bonded well with the team. And I mean, when you can have someone that strong, looking like your duelist for Casper, we didn't really see a lot of Casper playing duelist early on in the season. We saw him on Sova a lot. We did see him on kind of more of these controller initiator kind of picks, but now going for this Reyna, confidently picking it on many of these maps, it's so strong to have him flex that option of being the duelist and be able to have, for example, Wombat swap off onto that Sova and play that more facilitator role, because Casper has just been showing up so much in these playoffs, and I can't wait to see what he has here in the finals.
Yeah, definitely. And we should be starting very soon, so don't go anywhere. We're about to get into it.
This should be a fun one. Hopefully we get started up soon, but I guess we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so anyway, for all of you who don't know, actually, just want to let you guys know, St. Clair COD is going to be at 7 o'clock, so we will probably be rolling in through that. But if you guys do want to watch that, that will be on the CSL channel, I believe, or NECC Sports channel as well. So go check those out. Go check out St. Clair. Make sure you're checking on those matches, because we definitely will be throughout this series. And I mean, it feels so good, right? Like, you have St. Clair League of Legends team is going to the NECC finals.
Crazy.
Obviously, we have the VALORANT team going to the finals, and we have our COD team going to the finals in NECC Star League. So, like, the caliber of these teams that are going so far in these leagues is just makes you feel so good and makes you feel so proud, for what even on the backside, right? For people like Chris, and for people like Sean, like the fact that you've built up this organization, built up the school to where it is now a really, really powerful esports house, and we have the stadium coming up soon too. It makes you feel so good for the future of esports at St. Clair.
Yeah, especially considering a lot of these players on these teams are first years as well. They're coming in swinging. The recruiting is definitely there. And the coaching staff as well. Like the way these teams have developed throughout the regular season, and now we have 3 teams all the way in the grand finals. Both the Rocket League teams have been doing amazing. It's just there definitely is a sense of pride.
Yeah, because it's your hard work paying off. You're building up these ecosystems where you have, I mean, it's so important, right? Like, you can have a star-studded team, but if you don't have the proper support behind it, good coaching staff, good support, you're not going to be able to put that team up on a pinnacle and be able to have them at their best. But because of the structure that's built around them, because you have the passion from the coaches and from the staff and everyone here, you have this culture that has been built up. And I mean, you walk into this building, you walk into this, you walk into this area, you just feel this love for esports that a lot of people here have. And it's not like nowhere else do you feel like this.
Yeah, definitely, especially in the college space too. I mean, personally, I mean, I'm from like fairly far away. I moved all the way down here to Windsor just to be here for this esports program. I'm so glad I've gotten these opportunities. And it's I'm just so excited for, especially too, the upcoming seasons too. I mean, so many games as well. It's like so many of the games that we play have been having huge updates to them. So I think the next semester and these upcoming seasons for both NECC, NECC, whatever league they're in, I think these are going to be exciting to
And it's going to be cool to think about the fact that a lot of these rosters now are very solidified. So now that you have this team chemistry built up, you can move forward into this next semester with these teams and feel even more confident about keep building that chemistry, keep building that skill together. And, you get down as the years go, right? Obviously, it is college, so you're only going to have these student athletes for a couple of years, but you can still build up that culture, build up a history of your team of success. So I think moving into the future, it bodes well for St. Clair. No matter what happens here, the fact that you're able to get to grand finals with this many teams, the fact that you're able to put up this kind of a challenge against these top esports competitors bodes so well for you in the future.
Yeah, for sure. You got to hand it to Saints and all the teams that we are facing in these grand finals. I mean, every team has worked so hard to get here. And I think as a fan and as a commentator, it is great to see. I'm so excited for it. Can't wait to get into these Valorant grand finals.
Yeah, I was going to say, focusing on these grand finals, we are going to be going into Breeze here in just a second. But, I mean, looking at this map specifically, right, we haven't really seen a ton of Breeze out of St. Clair. We've mostly seen a lot of the other maps, but this was the map pick here for the side of Garnet. So it's going to be interesting to see what they go with. Obviously, you do see the pair of Vipers. You have to have a Viper on this map. It is essential. And otherwise, I think we actually have Sage here for VCAN and a Killjoy on the side of Garnet. But other than that, it is a mirror matchup everywhere else.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty standard team comp, I'd say, for Breeze. I'd say Viper is a very, almost a must pick on this map. 100%. And I think we've seen that from the moment it started being played in competitive.
Yeah, you have to have that. It creates a lot more options for you, whether you're attacking or defending, able to put up that wall, split the sites, because they are just so open. So it is hard to try and cover anything, any entries going in and any retakes. You have to have that wall available to be able to cover yourself here. And it looks like there will be a B push here. Looks like a lot of uOttawa here on the offense will be starting stacked up on B site here. And we have 4 on A. So looks like the Viper, not quite sure who that is yet, will have to be very careful how they play this one out because they are the lone person on B, and looks like it's going to be a rush.
Yeah, 5 players B here from uOttawa. They're slowly pushing into this B site. We're going to see the utility start to come out. It's all piling up as St. Clair's Viper slowly going to move out. Blossom, he's taking this, just trying to see if he can get any intel for his rotating teammates.
And you see the square of Viper walls, so you have to wait for these walls to come down before you can start attacking the site, trying to find any kind of picks. But very safe positions here taken up by the side of Garnet, so no shots landing just yet. They do get played a little bit down there, but still nothing. Wall going to come back up. This might be dangerous.
Howzy gonna find the first kill on Lupo as Blossom is gonna trade him out, but APL and Jeremy they're tearing apart St. Clair. Jeremy, he's gonna be able to take down VCAN right at the end from that B main spot.
Yeah, just really, really good execution there. I mean, it was a struggle because you only had one person on B site, so they weren't really able to slow down that push. As soon as the wall came up from Viper, you had the Wolf coming in from the sky, and you had the Jet dashing in, so you had to just back off site, respect that, and unfortunately retake just could come through, and it's so hard too when your Viper goes down that early. You can't block off B main. If you don't have that wall up for B main, it is a lot harder to retake that site if you're the defenders.
Yeah, I also want to talk about, I definitely think Lupo was a little too confident with that dash in the beginning. He kind of just gave them that opening pick just based on the fact they had no intel about who was backside necessarily. So uOttawa actually going straight onto B once again with St. Clair actually stacked up on A. So they're going to be 5 players coming in on the flank.
Rushing. There's so many. They're almost going to be stacked up here. Going to try and spot one out, but going to get a little bit of chip damage. Not going to be enough though. Blade going to find Casper. Lupo will find Jeremy, but Elicitation is going to find 2 headshots with that Ghost. Who needs an SMG when you can have that thing? Blade going to find Lupo as well. So they do get 1 kill in the end, but again, it's kind of a free round. Stack up on B, just get that plant down, and a 2-0 now for uOttawa taking the advantage early on in this game.
Yeah, I think St. Clair wanted to see if they could just guess the A push and see if they could just overwhelm them with some classics, I'm assuming. But unfortunately, they kind of just got stuck on the flank there. Jeremy ended up hearing, I believe it was Blossom in the window there, and then, or no, it was Lupo in the window there. And then Elicitations was able to just come in and pick up 3.
Yeah, and importantly here, 6 out of 7 ult shards already for Jeremy here. If he can pick up an orb, he can get that Killjoy and be able to place it down, and that would be very, very effective here in this gun round now for St. Clair. We'll see if they try and get it. Howzy, a little bit of chip damage, will dash out there in mid. Respects the fact that Wombat does have a Vandal, but only 63 HP now. They are going to push towards B yet again. There's going to be a good spot for Blossom. Blossom not going to find anything. Got flashed out there and will give up that Vandal. So now that gun has been acquired, they will plant it on B. And I mean, St. Clair just consistently stacking A is forcing this B site, but I mean, uOttawa's having no problem taking it, and they're able to use this to their full advantage.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this was uOttawa's pick. They definitely chose this map having some strategies in mind, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing this perfect utility come down. The attacker Killjoy ult going to come out as Lupo is going to find Jeremy after he places it. He's coming in on the end here. He jumps, but Housy's going to take him before he can make it over the wall. Casper going to find Housy, but Elicitation's is going to take out VCan and Wombat. It's just Casper left on the site. He's flashed. He's running towards the mid pillar. He's taken so much damage. 50 health left. Oh, and Elicitation's going to take him out while he's trying to peek the Sova, who's sitting there in the B main.
3 kills with the Bulldog there for the Sky. That's just really good gunplay. And the buy round for St. Clair comes up short. They don't get anything. And it's just really, really confusing to me why St. Clair doesn't put more towards B. You've seen the execution come through on B site multiple times now. And again, they're committing to A site very hard here. They're stacking 3 on. They have 1 person covering mid. But you can't just leave this Viper B, because if they stack it, they get this bomb down early. There just is no good retake for you. So obviously, it is a save round. We are going to see a lot of scouts coming out from St. Clair, actually, with light armor. So a little bit of money committed in this round. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, Lupo just barely misses Blade as he does a little jump peek there. The drone is going to come out. Taken out. Hopefully taken out. Lupo with a few shots, but no harm, no foul. How's he going to find one coming in from mid? He doesn't know Casper is crouched under those logs on site. Casper comes out, but Housy, quick one tap. Lives with 15 health, 7 bullets. He sees the shots coming in from VCan.
Yeah,
he's taking pyramids.
Unfortunate that Stinger didn't find him, because if that pick came through, it would have stalled out this A push quite a bit, but unfortunately it doesn't mean anything. But there's a big flank coming in here from the Killjoy behind them. APL going to find VCan up in halls there. Jeremy going to find another one with a nice headshot on a Wombat. It's just going to be Viper left on the backside with the Scout. Gonna find Jeremy here. Gets the headshot, but not gonna be enough damage. So Jeremy takes him out in 4-0 now for uOttawa. I mean, it is their map pick, and they're dominating it early here, and St. Clair needs to find a buy round here. They do have the money. We are gonna see an op coming out from Lupo, but this is a very, very important round for St. Clair.
Yeah, though the only problem I see for St. Clair here could be them losing that op, and uOttawa just has a nice nest egg built up on like 2 of their players. 3 of their players will most likely max out after this round. It's definitely gonna be a tough one, because uOttawa is gonna have full buys for looking for almost 2 rounds in the future now.
Howsy forgot to buy armor, so they will have a small advantage in there. Unfortunate mistake there for the Jet, but op is still available here. Wall will come through mid. Blossom's gonna push up here, but Housy's also gonna be ready. He has the crosshairs right on him. Sees 2, but not gonna be enough. They're gonna 2v1 him. Wombat finally finding first blood here for St. Clair, but APL going to answer back with one of his own. Seeker's going to come out as well. They will spot VCan on site. Will be forced off here in just a second. Scandart will come through as well. Will not spot out Sage, but Elicitations will dodge away and will plant this bomb. So 4v4 retake coming in here in just a second.
Yeah, as we're seeing, Lupo on St. Clair still was on that B site until the plant came down, so that's going to be a little later of a rotation from him. So we'll see what VCan can do. Is he going to stall for time? How is he going to play this? He's slowly pushing farther out into sight. He's going to get taken out by Jeremy from the cave. Wombat slowly creeping in on this wall. But the vulnerability just too much. Lupo going to find one on site. Dashes out. Little bit of damage taken, but he's still got 90 health.
Yeah, he's just going to try and escape with this op, and it's just so unfortunate, right? Because the Viper Walls are playing such a pivotal role in these retakes. You can't force yourself onto the site, and they're going in through these walls one at a time. And, you know, when you're getting peeked by 2 people, we'll find another kill there for Lupo, but there's 2 people converging on him. Going to have to try and stay alive here. Going to miss the shot, but will keep the op. Yes, does manage to do so. So a little bit of hope there for St. Clair. They do manage to keep that op, but in the end, I mean, you're still going to be on a save round for everybody else. And uOttawa 5-0 now is just dominating this pick on Breeze.
Yeah, not the worst ending to the round there from St. Clair, but I mean, you're still looking for other players. No money. We're seeing a Marshall come out. We're seeing a Spectre come out, and 2 Deagles. Ooh, the Spectre actually going to be swapped out for a Deagle pre-round. And then rifles all around the board for uOttawa. Looking like they're going for another default kind of closer to A push.
Yeah, nothing happening. Actually, pretty slow take here in the beginning. They will hear the orb. VCan has wall, as well as a sheriff. Looks like Casper wants to push up in mid. St. Clair getting aggressive here. VCan Gonna throw a few shots in there, but won't be able to find anything on A main, so they will back off. And I was gonna say, looking at this game, I think the Breeze pick was actually pretty good for uOttawa because St. Clair, they have Vcan, but Vcan is mostly a Sentinel player. Doesn't really play a lot of Viper. Only really plays it on Icebox, which St. Clair banned, and they play it on Breeze. So I think it's kind of a weakness here for St. Clair and definitely being exploited so far for uOttawa because it's just so hard because if you don't know exactly where to put these walls on your attack and defense, it's such a struggle to play this map properly.
Yeah, APL is creeping very close up here to Wombat and Tube as well. But the rest of uOttawa, as you can see, the bomb carrier is actually moving over towards B. Lupo still holding this with his up. So patient.
It's a really good spot. You're not
So
expecting the Opera to
patient.
be here at all, but if this flash comes through, he's going to be blind and he's going to have no way to get off of sight. Flash, going to come through, will get one, not going to get anyone with the op. He has to run, he has dash available, going to try and smoke out, going to find the kill actually there, trying to sit in smoke, but not going to be enough. The op will be picked up here momentarily. Blade going to find the headshot on Blossom. Casper going down as well. 3v2 retake going to come through here. Going to find another kill for Blade though. Trying to find Wombat in mid, not going to get it. Skandart will come out here, just has the Sheriff available. Knows there's one in spawn. Going to try and catch UPL here. Oh, doesn't quite get that headshot. Not going to find it. APL going to get that kill on a 6-0 scoreline for uOttawa. Just blanking St. Clair right now. They don't have any answers for them.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, like it's a convincing beatdown right now. I mean, like uOttawa is just, they're putting too much on St. Clair that they can't handle.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it is their map pick, and it is something that they had in their back pocket. They obviously are very practiced on it, and they're doing pretty well. But, I mean, it is a 5-game series. You got to think of it in the long run, and it is a long game, right? It's only 6 rounds. It's definitely still a comeback you can make. You just have to find that first round, and that's really going to be the sigh of relief where you can feel your confidence come back. But they need to find that round and be able to stop this snowball that's been started from uOttawa.
Yeah, 3 St. Clair players pushing out of the tube here. Lupo with the Blade Storm. He's going to find APL as the rest of them move back. Wombat and Casper going to watch that slowly. uOttawa able to grab the bomb back as well, but 2 players stuck in cave here. They know the bomb is there, and they have the Blade Storm live still.
They're just waiting for someone to try and peek this, but wisely here, uOttawa not going to opt to do it. We'll just walk through spawn, silently moving over towards mid here. They already have someone in mid positioned, waiting for other people to rotate through doors, and they have Sage pushing through, or sorry, the Killjoy pushing through mid here. Jack going to spot him out, going to peek back, knows that they're sitting in mid now. Looks like they're going to rotate towards B. Wall is available here for the Viper to use, as well as Viper's Pit, so we'll see if Vcan opts to use that one here for the retake.
Yeah, Blade Storm still online for uOttawa as well. They do have that in their back pocket. Howsey gonna make it onto site. No contestation here. St. Clair knows they really can't. Ooh, Lupo just barely spotted the corner of Blade. He knows where he is on site now.
Yeah, and that was really smart. They Sova gave the bomb away to this guy to get the ult. So Seeker's now up and make it really hard to make the retake, but Lupo gonna find one. Gonna use the blades to get it though. Jeremy and Blade gonna find kills of their own. It is now a 3v3 retake. Killjoy ult gonna come down as well. Lupo gonna find a third though. He's got 3 in this round. He's looking for the ace. Vcan gonna res Casper. This could be a 4v2 retake. Collapse is gonna come through. Lupo finds 4. He could go for the ace here if he can find elicitations on the backside. Looking for it. Vcan gonna be here first though. Or Blossom is gonna find it. And that is gonna be finally the first round for St. Clair picked up. That is so huge for them. They finally find a buy round for themselves and start something back in uOttawa's face.
Yeah, the timing's so unfortunate there as elicitations turns away. Blossom able to pick up that final kill. Secure St. Clair their first round. They're definitely not out of this game for sure, but it is going to be a tough road back.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think at least you get something back, and Lupo on a 4K on that round was definitely going crazy there. And I mean, really right now he's the only one doing very much for St. Clair. You know, Vcan, Wombat, and Casper sitting at 1 frag apiece right now. Definitely struggling here early on, but lots of game time left. Blade Storm already been used here by Hosey on A site with the Wolf available, doing some scouting ahead. Gonna spot out Vcan on site. All gonna come through for the Sova though. Is gonna try and find something, but not gonna be able to get any damage down. So Vcan finds Hosey with the Blade Storm. That's a huge pick. Plant gonna come down here as well. Vcan with a good spot here, gonna get flashed out. APL gonna get the headshot. Retake 4v4.
Yeah, I remember APL from early on in the season too. I know he used to play the Jet a lot. Very consistent player, very good at hitting his shots. We're going to see Wombat and Blossom coming in from behind here. The Viper's Pit does come down from uOttawa. Slowly pushing in. Once again, they're taking this cave hold. They're using the same setup, this time with the Viper's Pit to help them out. Elicitation finds Wombat through it. A lot of damage on Blade, though. But Jeremy is able to find Blossom as he peeks the cave. The Viper's Pit going to come down. Jeremy finds Lupo. And that is going to be 7 rounds for uOttawa in this attacking half.
St. Clair got some momentum, but uOttawa snatched it right back. Take a round at their own end. I mean, on a retake with Viper's Pit, it is very, very difficult to actually win it, especially when you have a player advantage. So for St. Clair, yes, you did end up losing that round. It is unfortunate, but you still have bias coming through. Lupo going to be on the Spectre. Everyone else is going to be able to get those guns. But this is a must-win round at this point, really, because if you lose this one, you're losing another one. And you really only have one buy round left in the half. So if you lose this one, you're really going to be struggling. And you don't want to go into a half down 11-1. That's just not a good look.
Yeah, I think, too, it may just come down to the comp here, too. I think the double initiator might just be, like, too heavy. I think they might have needed just another Sentinel on St. Clair's side. But we're going to see a lot of utility exchanged here near B. The Viper's Pit also came out from Blossom, slowly creeping in and out. Elicitations finds VCan over near mid.
It is 4v4 here. Lupo down to 30 HP, though, is going to have to back off of this Viper's Pit. Blossom able to keep that one up and will force them away from B side here. So a little bit of delay, but I mean, the rest of the map right now kind of controlled. Ooh, Casper with a nice flank is going to find the bomb carrier. That is absolutely massive, but you see behind Sky on the flank, but no Wombat going to be aware of it. Takes out Elicitations, and now 4v2. This is very, very winnable here. Blossom still holding the ult. Jeremy just waiting for someone to peek out here. Looks like Lupo will peek out here. Jeremy going to find two there. Going to bring it to 2 apiece. Bomb is still down. Back spawn, though. If somehow they can fight each other. Hall, it looks like Wombat looks like he wants to come through Halls, but going to decide not to. And this is a very awkward position because Jeremy could find him coming up through window here. Casper
APL also coming up behind Casper.
Headshot.
Last player coming up behind mid here. St. Clair knows where the bomb is. They know he should be trying to play for that. But Wombat is actually back near spawn.
He's going to have to force this plant, though. And with both players collapsing on B site, I think they can get this one. Bomb has to go down now. Flash going to come through, but Bomb will be planted. So he gets plant down, has util available as well. Casper going to pop through Wolf, but will be taken out immediately. Scanning going to come through there. They know where he is. Going to double peek him. Casper looking for it. Casper going to go down. APL in a 1v1 scenario. 30 HP. Can he win this one, or will Wombat take it? No, APL going to take that one with 30 HP. Wins the 1v2. And that's a heartbreaker for St. Clair. That is a tough round to lose. And your buy is now gone, and this half is pretty much gone as well.
That's what I'm telling you. APL, I vividly remember him being such a consistent player. In the 4v2 there, they are able to take it out and able to make it 8-1, just making the lead so much bigger every single round.
Yeah, and it's just tough to see that, too, because it's a 4v2 scenario, even at the end, right? It's a 1v2 scenario. You have the health advantage there. He was down to 30 HP at the end, and it's so tough to see that because that is a round that you need to win if you're St. Clair. When you're down 8-1 like this, you need to get rounds that you can secure and just get yourself some kind of progress. At least give yourself a chance on the attacking half, but being down 8-1 on this eco round, unless they can miraculously find this round, I really just think this half is going to be over for them because even the next buy round, you're only going to be half buying. It's not going to work out for you. And already 2 picks, bomb down. So VCan needs to find a pick here. Does get one, but can't get the gun.
Housie was not expecting that. He waited so patiently behind that Viper wall. He's taking damage through the pyramids. They know Elicitations is sitting there in that pocket, but the Viper wall gives him enough cover to move away. VCan still here, still kicking with his deagle. Oh, the Sheriff, he sees APL on the left, but APL finds 2 once again. That's his 3rd in the round.
Yeah, APL is popping off this game. All of uOttawa popping off this game. Jeremy at 14-6 so well here on the attack. And you can tell this is just such a well-versed map for them. They know exactly what the rotations they need to do are. They know exactly where they need to go, and it's just something that St. Clair, you play those best of 3s during the regular season. You're not having to play this map. But now that you're in a best of 5 scenario, Garnet's going to pull it out, and they're going to force you onto these uncomfortable agents that you don't normally play in. And you can see they're reaping the rewards of that choice very, very well here in UOttawa.
Yeah, not to mention these Viper walls are just perfectly splitting up St. Clair, as both teams going to take out one for the other at the starting of the round. And it is a 4v4. No reses up for St. Clair, so it's going to stay that way for the foreseeable future. Howsy still got this op and tube. He sees Casper jump across. He's going to miss the flick. Not too bad, though. They're making away with the intel.
Yeah, and looks like there still will be a wall available here for Blossom if he chooses to use it. But again, it is these B takes, these B retakes that St. Clair have struggled with so much. They need to be rotating onto this site. Wall is going to come down, so they will. Looks like they will rotate over here. Wombat and Casper are going to be moving over towards B site. But they're already on that site. Viper Wall, so effective here. Able to block off all of their re-entries. And again, Bomb's just going to go down for free, and they're going to have to work on the retake, which has just been so difficult for them.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this retake, what, like probably 7 out of these 10 rounds now. And it's so hard for St. Clair to make this work. Although APL is sitting very low, 12 health. One shot through into this Viper's pit that hits him. A stray shot can take him out, and that makes it a 4v3 in St. Clair's favor. Wombat going to be taken out by Elicitations in the pit. He's found. Blossom's found. He's going to get sprayed down by Blade. APL going to find Caster as well. Vcan deep in the pit. He's going to be able to find Blade. No intel on where the rest of them are. He's slowly decaying, and that's the damage is too much. APL going to find Vcan at the end. 10-1 uOttawa.
Another buy round that St. Clair just cannot win. And I mean, the Viper's Pit just so strong in that round, right? Like, that retake is so difficult when that Viper's Pit is available. And I mean, they've been playing this map to perfection so far. There hasn't really been a lot of flaws. The only round they lost was, I mean, it was just an unfortunate one where someone got cut out. But 10-1 the scoreline out on Breeze. This has got to be detrimental for St. Clair's mental going into the next game, because at this point, you are kind of going into that next game, right? Like, yes, it is an attacking side of map, but I mean, regardless, it is so hard to play mistake-free Valorant, because at this point you are on eco in this final round. You're probably not going to end up winning it. Ooh, actually early spotted out there. Turret going to come down. That is
Jeremy.
Massive.
That is one of their very strong players on the retake, or on the defense after the post plant. Vcan, once again, they're going for this A setup. That wall splitting up St. Clair. It's giving them so much time, but how's he going to find Casper? And Vcan just barely misses him. Blossom is on this flank. The molly is going to come out. Just barely touches Blade. He's very low here. One shot from this Vandal will take it. Howsy misses the shot. Blossom able to find one. He's bringing it back to a 2v2. APL still on site, but it's Blade with the bomb. APL finds Blossom. That gives them the time to go plant the bomb. They don't know where Vcan is. They're playing very cautiously here.
But the problem is, when they get this bomb plant down, they have so much they have so much agency for this bomb. They have Sova ult, they have shock darts, they have Viper, they have the Viper's grenades. Gonna find two. Vcan says it doesn't matter what you have for post plant, I'm gonna take you out anyway. Wins the 1v2 there. A couple of nice shots, and St. Clair finding a second round. A little bit of hope going into the half here, swapping sides. I mean, Vcan, a very, very good round there at the end. Obviously able to clutch that one up, but 10-2 half is a very, very tough task for St. Clair to try and achieve.
Yeah, and on this attacking side too, we haven't seen St. Clair on Breeze very much. I'm not really sure how their attacking side is, but we've seen how explosive it can be from uOttawa. So maybe St. Clair needs to kind of take some ideas from them, start putting some of these Viper walls down, get in, get set up, and we're going to see just how that's going to go in 15 seconds here. Shorty coming out from Howsy actually on the defense. He is over near B.
Yeah, St. Clair looking like they want to go towards this A push. And actually a lot of commitment towards B here. 2 players for uOttawa as well as the wall on B. So they a lot of B commitment here. If St. Clair can walk up through halls here, get an early position onto A site, they can definitely take advantage of it, but they need to push out soon because these players will be rotating over very soon. Flash going to come through, but Door going to come down. No, it's going to go up. No, it's going to go down, but it doesn't matter. Vcan going to take him down. Blossom going to find one as well. Jeremy with the trade through. They did not want that door open. Elicitation's not going to be able to get Blossom. We'll just back up here. So it is 4v3 now for St. Clair. They have an advantage. on this attacking round. They have good positioning. Lupo, the shot towards mid here. Gonna peek with the Sheriff. Gonna shoot through the wall. Gonna find two! A collat with the Sheriff. Gonna find two for himself. Won't get that last shot, but now a 4v1 tall task here. How's he gonna get a little bit of damage there? But Blossom gonna take him out anyway. And a beautiful collat there with that Sheriff. And St. Clair starting off this attacking round a lot better than their defense.
Yeah, that is how you start the half. You get the the Deagle collat on pistol round. The only thing that could have made it sweeter is if it was through that door.
That would have been great. But I mean, in the end, still a nice collat in St. Clair again. Lupo, 13 and 10, the only one positive for St. Clair in this game. We talked about how much of a change it has been for him to be in the roster, and it's looking so good for him. These playoffs have looked so good for him, and he's really going to have to keep moving forward, stepping on up here for St. Clair if they want to try and come back in this game, because yes, they have won this pistol round. Yes, they most likely will win this round, but you have a lot more rounds ahead of you they need to win. Lupo going to find the first one. Blossom going to find a second as well, so we'll be able to start off the Eagle round well. Lupo going to find another one with the Marshall. And now 5v2, tough task here for these two players to try and take this one. Black Blade on site. He's surrounded by everyone from St. Clair. Just the Lonely Viper on the flank here, and a really good round here so far for St. Clair.
Yeah, Blossom and Wombat or Blossom now still pretty low. The heal is going to come out onto Wombat. So APL could definitely do something with this shorty here. I don't know if St. Clair knows he has it, because he may have had his knife out when he peeked that. Slowly pushing up. Oh, the second shot. Not able to connect. Blossom going to take out APL before he can get that value from the shorty.
Now, guns will come through for uOttawa, and St. Clair need to take some of these eco rounds, right? Because you're down so many rounds, you can't just afford to win the buys. You need to at least win a couple ecos as well, because, I mean, if uOttawa finds any kinds of rounds, you're putting yourself almost on match point.
Yeah.
So or game point, sorry. So you need to be able to find rounds on the eco here, and specifically in this round, you got 3 Spectres, you got full shields, you got a couple scout or marshals as well. So if you can find an early pick here with one of these marshals, definitely a very winnable round.
Yeah, very tall task coming up for St. Clair in this game and this round here. Casper gonna get the info on Jeremy playing backstairs. Elicitations, though, finds 2 right to start off the round. Oh, gunned. Oh, it's the third one onto Wombat. Jeremy also finds Blossom and Tube there. And Casper gonna get taken down, overwhelmed by Elicitation's first 2 picks. And outnumbered after that.
A flawless round coming through. uOttawa keeps all of their guns. St. Clair will now be on the bye. Lupo going to go for the op here on the defensive side. And this, without saying, is kind of a must-win round for St. Clair. If you don't take this one, you're stuck on the eco against full shields and rifles, and you don't really stand a chance in that regard against what uOttawa has held up so far in this game. So St. Clair need to win this round, need to get the snowball rolling, because, I mean, you're going to have to win this round, and there's enough money on the table for uOttawa to buy again after this one. So a lot of work St. Clair needs to put in here to try and come back in this one.
Yeah, the Viper's Pit is on the table for St. Clair, although Blossom is B-side, and the bomb is on the A side for uOttawa.
How is he going to get a really early first pick onto Blossom there? And that is the Viper's Pit already down. So that not going to be available for St. Clair to hold. How's he going to find another headshot onto Lupo there? How's he tapping heads only in this round, down to a 5v3 early on? It's looking rough for St. Clair.
Yeah, Wombat creeping up cave here. Not much utility left. He's got 10 seconds on this dart to wait. Slow rotation from St. Clair coming out here.
It will start to rotate towards B, but again, Viper Wall on the site makes it so difficult to take there. No plant is safe for the side of St. Clair. They don't really have a good option here. Just down 2 people in this round early on. Looks like all of uOttawa will just stay where they are. Not going to be too much roaming going on here in St. Clair. Looks like they want to push towards B. 3 players stacked up here, just waiting to push onto the site.
Full utility is left here from VCan and Casper as they're going to start using some of it. Wombat running straight through the Viper smoke. Going to get spotted, but no damage taken. A lot of damage given to Casper, though, as Blade is going to find Wombat on site. VCan also so low, and Blade and APL going to find the last 2 kills. That is 12-4, match point for uOttawa.
Another flawless round coming through, 2 in a row for uOttawa. This has been their map pick. This has been a completely dominant game in game number 1 for uOttawa, and most likely they will take it here. We're going to see Spectres and Light Shields coming through, a couple of full shields, as well as a Vandal for VCan, so a little bit of Econ here, but not really going to be enough. St. Clair, big hole they want to draw themselves out of, and I mean, you have to look forward to game 2, right? You are going on to your map pick. I think this one definitely just not St. Clair's cup of tea. I think just not strong in their agent select because of what they're forced onto on this map, so it makes it very tough for them to fight on this one. So in the end, I think St. Clair going to try and win this round, but if they lose it, it's going to be over. Blossom going to find a first pick on a Housey, though. Will pick up a gun. That is massive.
That is massive. 70 health left. Not super low. Still is less than 1 shot as Blade gonna pick up Wombat and VCan in the middle. APL finds Lupo. Casper gonna take out Blade, but is now a 3v2. Viper's Pit still available on Blossom. He is deep in tube here.
If he can find a way out of tube onto a site, they definitely can take this round, but with Viper lurking on A as well as Killjoy on B, or Killjoy on A, Viper on B, is going to be very tough here. Blossom going to spot out 1, but will retreat there, so a little bit of chip damage put down onto the sky. But in the end, still nothing, and you're going to have to get on the site pretty soon. 40 seconds to decide where they want to go, looking like they want to go A.
Yeah, as most of uOttawa also A side, EPL creeping up mid here.
The problem is going to be, though, right on where this plant wants to go, they have the Killjoy grenades as well as the alarm bot, so you can't plant there. And with only 20 seconds left, they're going to have to get this plant up very soon. Wall available here, though, will be key. They will be able to block off this site if they can stay alive here. Casper going to throw out the flash. Grenade's going to be popped very, very early. Viper's Pick going to go down. Plant going to go down as well. Going to spray through here. Not going to find anything, though. Jeremy going to force it back off, but Elicistation's found one through the smoke there. We'll pop that as well. Going to back off this one. Going to have to 1v3 here. Can he find these kills?
Is he going to be
able to
find
finds
Jeremy?
one. Diffuse has not gone down yet. Has no idea, but the ult will come down.
Falls.
This is going to be huge. Can he find this 1v3 Blossom? Flash going to come through. Will spray, but not going to be enough. APL going to find the headshot. And uOttawa going to find the game. 13-4. The final score here on Breeze. And map number 2. Going to be something for St. Clair to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, like, an absolute, like, just a show from uOttawa here today on this first map. I mean, Breeze was their pick.
Yeah.
I believe they haven't played on it before, actually, ever. So this is the first time we're seeing uOttawa on Breeze as well. And I think that just shows how much practice like goes in. I mean, all their setups were perfect. Their rotations were perfect. The utility perfectly melded together on that site, making all these sight lines so good. APL and Jeremy are just picking up so many kills, and St. Clair getting overwhelmed on that site and on that map as well. So I think we're just gonna, St. Clair definitely just has to look forward to map 2 here.
Yeah, we saw how well versed they were on those early attacks on B site. Like, there was just no answer for St. Clair, and I think a lot of it at 2 is the fact that they're playing operators. They're playing agents that they're not used to playing, right? Like, you have VCan on the Sage. We don't see him on Sage very often. We see Casper on Sky. We almost never see Casper on Sky. So you have people playing agents that you don't normally play, and I think that does mean you're very uncomfortable with it. But you're going to split. You're going into your map pick here, and St. Clair, yes, you did lose 13-4 there on map number 1, but this is where you need to make a statement and try and rebound here in this series and get yourself a tie.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen St. Clair do the same thing that they just happened to them on Breeze. We've seen them do that on Split. Split is definitely a very comfortable map for them. Seeing the scoreboard here at the end, as you can see, Lupo putting up a few kills, a good fight for St. Clair, with the rest of St. Clair just unable to hold up, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Lupo really the only difference maker. And really, I mean, they did get 4 rounds, but a lot of them, there's definitely a couple more they could have had back. There was those scenarios where the 1v2s just did not come through for them, and they weren't able to convert. And, I mean, it's so hard, right, when you're losing eco rounds, when you're losing rounds that you should be winning on those buys. Yeah. It is so tough. But, I mean, we're going to have to see map number 2 Split. Obviously, very, very different than Breeze. You're not going to have this Viper throwing up a wall everywhere you go. I think that'll be a lot more of St. Clair's cup of tea, especially now that you get Blossom back on the Astra, which he is way more comfortable on.
Yeah, for sure. And we are going to throw it to a quick break before we get into game 2, but don't go anywhere. This is the grand finals at NECC. We're like super hype, as we saw from that first game. uOttawa putting up a big fight, and St. Clair, we're going to see what they can do on Split coming up very soon.